So today guys, the work order is to replace the rollers on security screen door. So the carriage that these rollers sit in, this one seems to be working and functioning as it should, but this one, if you look at it, it's all been cracked. This is the actual seat the axle of the roller sits in. Is snapped. So unfortunately I have to take the fly screen off, remove the rivets that were holding this carriage in place, and literally pull the frame apart to get to the actual carriage and replace it, because internally it actually sits internal within the frame, and it kind of holds like a bracket as a stability to hold the frame together. So I'll have to take this fly screen off now and pull this frame apart, and I'll show you where I'm at. So now that I've got the fly screen off, it's just a matter of prying it open. So I quickly learnt that I'm going to have to take this side off too. So then, because of the way the bracket sits in there, if I take both sides of the frame off, I can use a mallet and just hit this frame and it should pop out both of them. So I have to take the rivets out of this carrier, and you want to choose a drill piece size, just enough to get into the hole of the rivet. And that's it. And that should technically pull apart. So once you've done the rivets, get yourself a piece of timber, or you could probably just go straight on to the mallet, but piece of timber and hit it with a mallet, and this should pull apart. So, awesome. Further apart. Just a bit of a persuasion. Yeah. This is the good one. So it's still got good spring in it. Probably still be able to use that. I'll just give it a clean. Well, this looks like it's been done before a couple of times, because you can see there's a couple of rivet holes that are not original holding this thing together. So it's making me think this is possibly a regular issue. This is the broken bit in carriage, so you have to go to a specialist. Like, there's a place called Doors and Knobs here in Wodonga that I'll go to, that would more than likely sell the internal part of this frame roller, because the ones at Bunnings, I don't think they will fit in here, and they surely won't give the frame the sturdiness that this L bracket does. So I'll go see if doors and knobs have this. So guys, I ended up going to Bunnings later the afternoon to pick up some more material for another job, and I went for a stroll in where the rollers are, and lo and behold, they're there. They do sell them, so go to Bunnings as well, they do sell them. So guys, I went to the specialist that I guess specialises in doors and frames and window locks and latches and rollers, and they had them on the shelf, so I replaced both of them while I was at it. Now it's about just popping them back into the allocated channels and giving them a whack with the persuasion stick and putting the fly screen on. So I might mention those rivets that I screwed out, drilled out, they aren't necessary. I asked the specialist if they were required, and he said no. The actual L bracket itself holds the frame together, so there's it's not necessary to have screws or rivets. You could see it was being done a couple of times before I got to it, so don't do it. Now that rollers are in place and the frame's back together, all you got to do is put the fly screen back up. I'm not going to show that because you can see my other videos on how to put the fly screen back on. Once you've fitted the door back in, it's a matter of getting the door lock to align, the latch. And you do that by leveling out the wheels by access port here, and you just turn it clockwise to go up, and do the same on the other side. Until the door latches. So you basically got to go back and forth with the height adjustments on both sides of for the wheels, rollers, and you can tell if you're even by looking at the gap from top to bottom. That looks quite even to me. So it's still not latching, as you can see. So the next step you can do is actually move this, slide this one down, which I'm going to do. So guys, this is the end product. I ended up having to change the lock. I had to change the barrel of the key, and then when I took the housing apart, literally the whole housing just fell apart on me, and springs went everywhere, and just putting it back together was an absolute mess, and it was just all rusty as well. So ended up changing the whole housing lock. Please, if you took anything away from this, please give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.